I'm going to ask you the big question. What does humanity need to acknowledge and understand to evolve?
Yeah, I love this question. So you had, sent me this question before and I was like, wow, I love this question. And in fact, I asked a few of my friends, it's like, how would you answer this? I was curious. And we all had different answers, which I think,
brilliant.
right. Which I think
Yeah.
it shows us kind of, we're all here for different reasons. And so we're all, different things come out of us. But I actually I really loved this question so much. I really took time and I ended up typing something out. So if you want, I could just read that.
We'd love to hear it.
Okay. So this is what came through me, which definitely reveals part of my.
I love that you went out and asked your friends too. I could just imagine you all sitting around having a wine and going, "What do you think?" So yeah,
it was fascinating.
It is. It is. It's a really good question, and it opens up a conversation. So even our listeners should, next time you have a dinner party, throw the question in the middle of the table and see how it goes.
It's a great question. Okay, so this is what I wrote. We need to acknowledge and understand that so much of the way the world is currently set up is designed to make us feel disempowered and confused and keep us in a state of inner and outer chaos. We need to realize that this is not how we are meant to live. This is not how we are designed to experience life. We are designed to feel joy, to experience love, and to live in harmony within ourselves and with each other and the planet we live on. We must remember this in order to evolve individually and as a collective. We live our lives trying to adjust, conform, and fit into the world we live in, and it just keeps us perpetuating the system we currently have. These relationships with covert narcissists are really a microcosm of what we are currently experiencing, living life on this planet. And just like in these relationships, we don't see the covert abuse. We get used to the crumbs of kind words we experience here and there and learn to adjust. Over time, we forget our worth and who we really are and accept a life of demeaning behavior because we learn that that is all we are worthy of receiving and experiencing in life. In order to evolve, we need to acknowledge this is the situation we are in. We need to recognize this is not our fault and has nothing to do with who we are. The truth is we are magnificent and we are, it's going to make me cry, and we are made for so much more. There is nothing wrong with us. We are living in a system that is emotionally and physically draining and destructive. We are fed so many covert lies about ourselves, our worth, and how life is supposed to be lived. We need to open our eyes to the lies and remember the truth we hold deep inside us, the truth of how life is meant to be lived, how we are designed to feel inside ourselves and with each other. The more we each decide to step out of this box we've been put in and see this stunning creation we are, and treat ourselves with dignity, respect, and the love we are meant to experience, then the tides will begin to turn. This will have a ripple effect, and over time, we will evolve into a planet that remembers who we are and how life is supposed to be lived.
That's beautiful. That's a very impressive answer. There's a lot to compute, but it's summed it up beautifully. I wish we did all believe and feel like, I'm a soul intuitive, so I read people's souls. I can feel them. And I always find it hard because you might have someone sitting there and they've totally disassociated from themselves and they only are feeling their own self-judgment and whatever judgment and nastiness and terrible experience they've had. But underneath there is this beautiful soul. And it's, even the narcissists, you can feel they've got a beautiful soul. And it's just this, we say it's this blanket of crap that we put over the top of ourselves, and then we believe we're the blanket. So if we dealt with our blanket, we can't just get rid of it. We have to deal with it. We kind of created it from our reactions to different things that we've experienced and our belief systems and our control structures and all that sort of stuff. Narcissism is the extreme inner insecurity that thinks it can fix it with control. And by controlling others and depriving others, they feel they can feed the hole within themselves. Now, they can't feed it. That's why they can't continue to keep doing it. But we've all got some part of that, a version of that. We might not attack anybody else, but we're very good at attacking ourselves. So if we could get our heads around there's a purpose to the life we're living, and part of that is to learn to love and care for ourselves and respect who we are, then that, like you said before, it has a ripple effect onto how we have relationships with other people. So it's and the more we talk about it and the more we think about it and the more we have discussions about it, the more it becomes something that is valued. Because at the moment what we've done is devalued our natural selves, and we've valued possessions and likes and popularity and all these different things that don't feed us. They don't make us feel whole. They don't make us feel like we're on the chase, and they make us feel like we're not good enough. And that we've always got to compare ourselves to someone else or something else. Whereas you're unique. You know, there's no comparison to you to someone else because you're unique. And the more we respect that uniqueness, the more we give permission for everyone to be their better selves, to be their full potential, and enjoy watching that for someone else instead of trying to use our jealousy to take it away. So I think that's a brilliant answer. It's absolutely spot on.
Thank you.
No, it's very
beautifully
good.
said what you just said too.
Yeah, actually, I'll put up what you've read out onto the show notes so that people can go back and read them. So, which you'll find on the website. So, if we're looking at letting ourselves off the hook for, when people come out of narcissistic relationships and they start beating themselves up for, you often hear, I was a doormat, I was those kind of expressions, which always holds people in that belief of being less than who they are. What do you think they need to remember about themselves that will help them walk forward?
I love that question. I think they need to remember, I might cry. There is no one else like them, just like every snowflake. There's so many things you could use, but and I'm not just saying that to be nice and fluffy. It's true. They are unique in their own way. Each of us is. And they bring something that is unique to them. And we need them. We really are different instruments in a chorus of the collective that we are. And there is nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with any of us. At the core of us, I believe there's so much beauty and purity and truth. And all that gets covered up, with the blanket that you talked about of lies. And I think I just want, I think I would love to say to people, just be open, entertain the thought that there might not be anything wrong with you. And most likely, all the things you thought were wrong with you are probably the things that make you very special and very needed in this world.
Yes. And generally when someone has put you down for them, it's because they're jealous that they don't possess it themselves. It's not because it's a defect in you, it's because they wanted that. Because a lot of jealousy reactions impact a lot of people. You know, it dulls down their shine. So Ramon Wilson, in his episode, he talked about each person is a piece of the jigsaw, and the jigsaw will never be complete if each person doesn't allow, I'm ad-libbing a little bit, sorry, allow themselves to be that unique piece they are. The full jigsaw can't be completed if everyone doesn't be the piece that they're meant to be. And I thought that was a nice way of putting it. And so,
that is,
yeah. Otherwise, we end up with black and white pieces in a coloured event. You don't need to be black and white. You just need to be you. So,
yeah. Thank you. I've so enjoyed this.